Welcome to a journey through time and prophecy. Today, we're unveiling 5 shocking prophecies about Israel's future that are found in the Bible. These predictions have not only captivated scholars and believers alike, but have also ignited intense debate and discussion across centuries. Each prophecy provides profound insights into the spiritual destiny and the unfolding historical saga of this uniquely significant nation, revered as the cradle of monotheistic religions. Israel's narrative is deeply interwoven into the fabric of global spiritual history, with prophetic narratives that have forecasted pivotal events from exile and return to destruction and resurrection. These biblical prophecies vividly outline Israel's past trials, its present challenges, and a future that is both awe-inspiring and complex. They compel us to view Israel not just as a nation-state, but as a central actor in the divine drama that encompasses the entire globe, affecting geopolitical dynamics and spiritual discourses worldwide. As we delve into each prophecy, we'll explore how ancient words spoken thousands of years ago continue to resonate, offering us keys to understanding potential future events that could have profound implications for Israel and the world. These prophecies are not merely historical records, they are dynamic and living words, believed by many to still be in the process of fulfillment. The wisdom they impart transcends centuries and civilizations, providing insights into divine plans and human destiny, painting a picture of a future shaped by divine will and prophetic declarations. Today's exploration will navigate through these ancient prophecies with a focus on their relevance to both past and current events, and how they might continue to influence global affairs as they unfold. From the mystical revelations in the scrolls of the Dead Sea to the modern interpretations that see these prophecies playing out in current events, we will connect dots that span millennia. And make sure you stay until the end, because you will not believe what prophecy number 5 reveals about Israel's role in the world to come. This prophecy, perhaps the most startling of all, promises to challenge our perceptions and potentially reshape our understanding of what the future holds. It brings to light the profound implications of these prophetic visions, suggesting a scenario that could alter the course of history as we know it. Prophecy 1 dives into the remarkable prediction of the ingathering of the exiles, a theme woven throughout the prophetic texts of Ezekiel and Isaiah. This prophecy paints a vivid picture of a future period where Jews from all corners of the earth will return to their ancestral homeland, a vision that has stirred the hearts of countless generations. Today, we will explore the depth and breadth of this prophecy, examining its historical roots and its unfolding in modern times. The ingathering of the exiles is not just a promise of return. It is a cornerstone of Jewish faith and eschatology, symbolizing the restoration of a people to their promised land. This prophecy has been a beacon of hope during times of dispersion and persecution, offering a vision of unity and peace. Foretold in the scriptures, prophets like Ezekiel and Isaiah described it with such intensity and detail that it has remained a significant point of focus in theological studies and has profoundly influenced Jewish identity and aspirations. Historically, this prophecy began to materialize in ways that seemed almost miraculous. The declaration of the State of Israel in 1948 marked a pivotal moment, turning prophetic vision into reality. This event triggered one of the most significant mass movements of a dispersed people seeking to rebuild their nation. Subsequent waves of immigration, known as Aliyah, have seen Jews return from the far reaches of the globe, from the war-torn regions of Europe to the communities of North Africa and the Middle East, all converging on this small but historically significant land. In contemporary times, this prophecy continues to resonate as we witness ongoing immigration trends, where individuals and families from diverse backgrounds reclaim their heritage and fulfill the ancient predictions of their prophets. Each immigrant's journey is a testament to the enduring strength and relevance of this prophecy, reflecting a unique fulfillment of biblical words in our day. As we delve deeper into the implications of this prophecy, we consider its role not just in shaping the state of Israel, but also in influencing global Jewish culture and religious practice. The ingathering is seen not merely as a return to a geographical location, but as a spiritual homecoming, reaffirming ties to their faith and history. The second prophecy delves into the monumental task of rebuilding Jerusalem, a city that stands as a symbol of faith and perseverance through the ages. This prophecy, found deeply embedded in the narratives of Jeremiah and Zechariah, envisions a future where Jerusalem rises from the ashes of its troubled past to reclaim its stature as a beacon of peace and spirituality for the world. In this segment, we explore the layers of this prophecy, tracing its historical fulfillment and ongoing relevance in today's geopolitical and spiritual landscape. Jerusalem's history is marked by cycles of destruction and renewal, each layer of rubble and restoration steeped in prophetic significance. The prophets Jeremiah and Zechariah foretold a time when the city would not only be physically rebuilt, but would also undergo a spiritual renaissance, emerging as a center of worship and a light to the nations. These visions portrayed a restored Jerusalem with grandeur that transcends its physical boundaries, suggesting a role that encompasses leadership in moral and spiritual realms. In examining the archaeological and historical evidence, we see clear signs of this prophecy's unfolding. The city has been continuously inhabited and rebuilt over millennia, each phase of construction adding to the rich tapestry that makes up modern Jerusalem. Notable are the significant archaeological findings that confirm descriptions found in the biblical texts, from ancient walls and gates to the recent discoveries around the Temple Mount area, each piece contributing to our understanding of Jerusalem's storied past and prophesied future. Moreover, the modern state of Israel has placed great emphasis on restoring Jerusalem's prominence as a capital city and a holy place for multiple religions. This effort aligns with the prophetic visions of Jerusalem as a house of prayer for all nations, a place where diverse communities converge in a shared quest for spiritual connection and peace. The significance of Jerusalem's rebuilding extends beyond architectural achievements. It represents the fulfillment of divine promises and a testament to the enduring faith of a people who have looked to their prophets for guidance through centuries of exile and hardship. Prophecy 3 unfolds the vision of Israel's destined role as a spiritual beacon to the nations, a profound prediction articulated by the prophet Isaiah. This prophecy foresees a future where Israel extends its influence far beyond the realms of economic and political success, positioning itself as a moral and spiritual leader on the global stage. In this segment, we explore how contemporary developments in Israel align with this visionary role, marking the dawn of its prophetic fulfillment. Isaiah's prophecy portrays Israel as a light unto nations, suggesting a pivotal role in guiding global ethical, spiritual, and moral discourse. Today, we witness aspects of this prophecy coming to life as Israel makes significant strides in areas like technology, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. These advancements are not just enhancing the quality of life within its borders, but are also serving as models of innovation for the rest of the world. Moreover, Israel's commitment to interfaith dialogue and international diplomacy is emblematic of its emerging spiritual leadership. Initiatives that foster discussions between diverse religious communities, not only within Israel but also internationally, highlight its role in promoting peace and understanding across different cultural and religious landscapes. The nation's active participation in global forums and its efforts to broker peace in historically tense regions underscore its growing influence in international relations, resonating with the prophetic image of a peacemaker and bridge builder. Additionally, Israel's humanitarian efforts worldwide, from disaster relief to medical aid missions, further illustrate its commitment to moral leadership. These actions reflect a nation striving to embody the principles of compassion and assistance to those in need, hallmarks of spiritual leadership envisioned in biblical prophecies. As we discuss these current trends, we see the contours of Isaiah's prophecy taking shape, painting a picture of a nation increasingly recognized not just for its historical and religious significance, but for its contributions to global welfare and moral guidance. Our fourth prophecy delves into the eschatological war of Gog and Magog, a foreboding scenario depicted in the book of Ezekiel. This apocalyptic vision describes a formidable coalition of nations rising against Israel, leading to a climactic battle that ends with divine intervention. In this segment, we explore the layers of this prophecy, examining its theological underpinnings and the intense debates among scholars regarding its symbolic versus literal interpretations. The prophecy of Gog and Magog stands as one of the most dramatic and mystifying predictions in biblical eschatology. Ezekiel describes how Gog, of the land of Magog, will lead a vast alliance of nations in a final assault against Israel. This battle, marked by its scale and the dramatic nature of divine intervention, is prophesied to demonstrate God's unyielding commitment to his people and underscore his sovereignty over the world. The theological implications of this prophecy are profound and multifaceted. It challenges readers and theologians alike to consider the nature of divine justice and the means by which God manifests his power in human history. Does this prophecy represent an inevitable future conflict, or does it serve as a metaphorical warning about the eternal struggle between good and evil? Scholars are divided on whether to interpret the War of Gog and Magog as a literal future event or as symbolic imagery representing broader spiritual truths. The literal interpretation views this prophecy as a prediction of a real-world conflict that will precede the end times, involving identifiable nations and culminating in miraculous events. Conversely, the symbolic interpretation suggests that these visions are allegorical, designed to communicate deeper spiritual lessons about God's protection and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. This segment will dissect these perspectives, presenting the historical context of the prophecy, its potential modern-day relevance, and the various scholarly views that shape our understanding of what this prophetic war might signify. The fifth and most shocking prophecy concerns the coming of the Messiah, a pivotal theme in both Christian and Jewish eschatology. This prophecy envisions a future where peace and divine justice are finally realized under the Messiah's leadership. This segment explores the deep implications of this prophecy for both faith communities and the entire world, as it promises a transformative era of harmony and righteousness. In Jewish eschatology, the Messiah is seen as a future Jewish king from the lineage of David, destined to be anointed as the leader of Israel and to establish a kingdom of justice, peace, and monotheism. Jewish tradition holds that the Messiah will rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, gather Jews back to the land of Israel, and improve the world by fostering universal worship of the God of Israel. In Christian theology, the Messiah, or Christ, has already come in the person of Jesus, whose life, death, and resurrection are believed to have inaugurated the kingdom of God. Christians anticipate a second coming where Christ will fulfill the rest of the messianic prophecies, establish eternal peace, and rule over the new heaven and new earth. The anticipation of the Messiah's arrival carries profound implications. It shapes how communities understand justice, morality, and the destiny of humanity. For many, it also provides a lens through which to view current global conflicts and struggles, interpreting contemporary events as signs of the approaching Messianic age. The different interpretations of the Messiah's role and the timeline of his coming have been sources of both division and unity among various faith groups. This prophecy encourages ongoing dialogue and reflection on the nature of redemption and the future of the world. This segment will discuss how the promise of the Messiah has inspired hope and action throughout history, influencing art, politics, social justice movements, and interfaith relations across the globe. It will also address how this prophetic vision continues to motivate modern believers in their faith and daily lives. As we've explored these 5 shocking prophecies about Israel's future, it's clear that each one not only shapes how we view Israel, but also offers deep insights into the future of humanity. Throughout our journey, we've delved into prophecies that span from the ingathering of exiles to the apocalyptic visions of war and the ultimate promise of peace under the Messiah's rule. These visions, rich with historical and spiritual significance, encourage us to reflect on the broader themes of divine providence, justice, and the moral arcs that guide our collective history. The impact of these prophecies extends beyond mere predictions. They challenge us to consider deeper questions about our roles and responsibilities in a world that is constantly evolving, yet eternally rooted in ancient spiritual traditions. They prompt us to think about the ways in which our own lives might align with broader cosmic purposes and what it means to live in anticipation of a future shaped by divine will. Moreover, these prophecies inspire hope. They remind us that amidst the often tumultuous and uncertain flow of history, there is an ultimate hope for a world transformed by divine justice and peace. This hope is not passive. It calls for active engagement and a commitment to live out the values presaged in these ancient texts. Thank you for joining us on this prophetic journey through time and scripture. As we've seen, the future is indeed full of surprises, and the unfolding of these prophecies continues to inspire, challenge, and guide people around the world. Remember, the path of prophecy is not just about foreseeing what is to come, but about understanding deeper truths that can inform our lives today.